Everyone. I want to pick up on where we left off last week. We were talking about words, and the importance of those, the frequency that those words carry. Well, that's where I laid it down last week, and I'd be curious to find out more about your experience over the last week of being aware of your words and the energy that you bring as you deliver them. We spoke about how one word can be conveyed so many different meanings when you put different tones to it. If you missed it, think about something like the word hello. Now, hello is a greeting. But what about this? Hello? It's got a real warmth about it, hasn't it? Hello. And then you've got hello. A bit sort of seductress type thing. And then there's hello. You're telling yourself, come on, get on with it. It's something to be aware of, or you're telling somebody else that. My point is that same word, the same packet of sounds conveys different meanings depending on the different tone, the tone of your voice. There's also the issue about then who you're saying it to and in what context. I mean, if you've been around me for any length of time, you'll know my famous story about the Lost in Translation, when I went to a networking meeting and somebody complimented me on my pants. This is in Australia. I was, quotes, fresh off the boat, so I hadn't long been in Australia from the UK. Somebody complimented me on my pants and I got very embarrassed, excused myself and went to the ladies to go and check my flies, because in the UK, pants are what you wear next to your skin. I thought she was saying my flies were undone. I didn't know that pants meant trousers in Australia. I do in the States, in Canada, but I didn't in Australia. So that same word in different contexts means different things. Thongs is another one. In Australia, it means flip-flops, jangles, the thing that you wear down to the beach with a toe post and things like that. Yeah, in the UK, a thong is a G-string, what you wear next to your skin, but has no visible panty line, if you know what I mean. My point is, context is important, as are the words that you're actually saying and to the people that you're saying it to. Okay, tick that box. Pulling further on that, I wanted to explore today with you about the words that you're using to yourself, particularly around the identity statements, I am whatever. This has come up over the last few days because I've been interviewing people for my podcast, From Page to Stage, and a couple of them have said, oh, I was never going to be, I could never see myself as being an author. I'm not an author, or I'm not a speaker. Are you getting that? You're putting a full stop on an identity. I'm not a speaker. I'm not an author. That's important, because the energy of that not is a slammed door. Every cell in your body resonates with the energy of your thoughts, because your thoughts are expressed in words. And as we saw last week, words carry frequency. If you're thinking I'm talking a load of mumbo jumbo, there have been some wonderful empirical experiments with metronomes, where you set up a whole load of these metronomes. If you did any music at school, you'll remember the tick, 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 tick. It set the beat. Now you can set a whole group of metronomes to different speeds. And over time, they will sync with each other, because the vibrations, the frequencies are so strong that they will go together. That's exactly what happens in the cells in your body. So if you keep saying, I am sick, I am sick, I am sick, your body goes, okay, and carries on you feeling sick. If you're saying, I am recovering, I am healing, your body goes, okay. It doesn't argue. The energy of your thoughts, because of the words you're saying to yourself, and they may be subconscious, you may not even be aware of them to start with, are incredibly powerful. So back to my tale of the I'm not an author, I'm not a speaker. Well, I put my hand up to the first one for sure. Yeah, I'm quite happy to talk to people, but an author? No, that's not me. Until somebody handed me the opportunity, on a plate, I may add. They had signed up to do a chapter in a book, and suddenly they were mentally unwell and unable to fulfill the contract. So they asked me to do it in their stead. Oh, me? A writer? An author? Writer? Yeah, not a problem. I can write. I have to write copy. But an author? Yes, an author. In January 2023, that book came out, and I became a best-selling international author, amongst others. And then later on that year, we curated the Mad Book, Making a Difference, Ways to Magnify Abundance, Vitality, and Freedom, another international bestseller. Last year, I contributed to another book, the Blue Talks Business Life Universe, Volume 13, another international bestseller. Do I still say about myself, I'm not an author? No, I don't. I'm doing my first solo work at the moment, busy writing it. And one of the things that I was reflecting on this weekend, because I had to, I managed to drop a phone on my foot, so I wasn't able to sit at my desk without my foot swelling up. I had to rest. Again, if you know me well, you know I'm a bit of a Duracell bunny, Energizer bunny, however you like to describe it. Do you remember those adverts with the little mechanical drumming rabbit? Until it suddenly stopped because the battery ran out. Well, that's kind of me, or has been me. Note the identity here. I was that person, because I have now been aware of that identity statement and shifting it, because it's not serving me. The reason I dropped my phone was because I was very tired, having been up 3 nights in the trot working in Pacific time, which is 16 hours behind where I am in Malaysia. My body's telling me to rest. And it got my attention. So it's that resting piece. I am now describing myself as somebody who seeks harmony between their action, their activity, and rest. Because it's okay to rest. This is where affirmations come in. Now, what's this got to do with you as a speaker? A lot. I am nervous when I get on stage. Ooh, is that you, or are you feeling nervous? Feelings can get changed much quicker than an identity statement. Because remember, those cells in your body are listening. They're resonating to the power of your thoughts. This is something to really consider if you reckon you're nervous. I mean, fair enough. There's a healthy nerve level before you go on stage. It shows you're alive. It shows you're with it and you're alert and you're ready to go. But if you get paralyzed by nerves, or that you have found yourself saying, I could never do that, right, then your body won't let you, and you won't have the opportunities handed to you. Do you see where I'm going with this? Last week, we were talking about the importance of our words out loud, and they are incredibly important. But the thing is, unless what we're saying to ourselves in here matches what we're saying out loud, our non-verbals, our hands, our eyes, our voice even, will give us away. There'll be something about what you're saying, how you're saying it. The delivery will tell the people that you're talking to, not sure about this. There'll be that level of unconscious distrust. So my invitation to you this week is to be aware, recognize how it is you are describing yourself. What are those I am statements that you are making? Are they, well, they are definitive. Are they defining you how you want you to be? If you're happy with them, crack on. I am a woman. Yep, going to keep that one. So my question to you is, not my question, my invitation for you is to really become aware of your words, particularly those I am statements. If you're in a bit of a hole at the moment, I'm poor, I'm in a cash flow crisis, and that sort of thing, I invite you to think how you could change it. It can be quite subtle. I'm inviting money in. I'm inviting in opportunities. I'm seeking opportunities. And then go and do it. Those I am statements, those definitive statements are just that. They define you. If you're unwell, I feel unwell. Can you see the power behind this? Play with it for yourself first. Get an awareness, get that recognition there of your own word patterns, your own language patterns. Now, as you're doing this, please give yourself a shed load of compassion, because this is new. This awareness is new, and you've probably been running those thought patterns for a long time. The Energizer Bunny has been going for almost 60 years. And I say that because my father told me that even as a toddler, I would push, and then drop and go and sleep for 24 hours. So this is a big deal for me that I'm confessing to. And it starts with changing my language, how I describe myself, how I identify. There you go. Something for you to think about this week. Recognize your own language patterns, particularly those I am statements, those identity statements. Check in with yourself. Is it working for you? Is it serving you? Is there a way you could expand it? Have an awesome week. Do let me know how you go. Bye for now.